Hello everyone, and welcome to a quick video on the new Guild Battleground in Forge of Empires. This is the Winter Championship of 2025, and there are two new buildings that were recently released today at the start of the championship. I would like to point out first, before we move into the two new buildings, that the two previous buildings that were available in the last championship have been discounted in the marketplace by 10% already, and each subsequent championship tower and auxiliary building have been increased in sales, or increased in percentage off as they make their way down. The very first ones, the Tower of Champions, is still available, so I was questioning if they were going to get rid of it as they continue to put out more and more championship buildings. They're keeping it for right now. They're not worth building. If you have one, they might not be good enough to keep in your city, but if you do want to purchase them, if you have the coins and you want to buy them, they're still there. So now let's get into the two new buildings. The first one, we'll start with the auxiliary building. This is called the Ironclad Provisions. There's two levels, as is tradition. The first level gives a okay amount of army boost for attacking and defending armies, the normal army boost, and then there's also Guild Expedition army boost, and then there is an attacking army boost for the attacking army in Guild Battleground. Handful of forge points and goods, and it takes up 2x2 space, so not that bad. The amount of boost that you get in a 2x2 space is fairly good, and it increases, of course, when you get to level 2. Level 2, everything is the same boosts, just everything is increased. I believe this is the best building that you can now get out of Guild Battleground, and we'll go to my trusty spreadsheet in just a minute to prove that point. But I'd like to cover the second building. The second building, the main championship building, is the Ironclad Depot, 2 levels, and you can only build 2 of these total in your entire city. It only allows for a total of 2 of them. They're unique buildings. You can't finish production on them. You can't do anything like that. So a few things about this building. First off, it is back down to a 4x4. I believe the last championship tower was a 5x5. So you're back down to a 16 square footprint. You have attack and defense boost for attacking and defending armies for just your normal army. But then in addition to that, you have a whopping boost for attacking army, attack for attacking army, and attack for defending army. Both of those get added on to that previous boost. So in total, for Space Age Space Hub, it's 500 additional attack boost, just from level 1, just from one of the buildings. It has 83 forge points in this age, and it also gives 800 guild goods. The other very interesting thing is that it adds 4,000 quantum action capacity. So in quantum incursion, you have a total of 100,000 action capacity, and each turn takes 3,500 actions. So usually, if you don't get into quantum incursion within the span of like 8 to 10 hours, your capacity fills up and you don't add any more. This allows you to add more. This basically allows you to have one additional turn, after waiting the total amount of time for it to fill up completely, which doesn't sound like much, but over the course of the 10 days of quantum incursion, it might, give you an extra item in the reward tier. So this is all just level 1. Then we go to level 2, same footprint, and everything is increased. Now you're up to a total of 700% boost for attack, for both attacking and defending army. You have an 8,000 quantum action capacity, 125 forge points, over 1100 guild goods. This is without a doubt the best building that you can get out of Guild Battleground with your platinum coins. So auxiliary building, gold coins, main championship building, platinum coins. So let's go to the spreadsheet. So Ironclad Provisions, that's the gold coin building, has a efficiency rating of 201. As a benchmark, my city minimum right now, I believe I set my minimum to 70. So this is well above and beyond the threshold of being a good building to have in your city. The previous first place was the Imperial Foundry with 147, level 2. So it is 33%. It's a third increased better than the previous first place. And then in third place is its level 1 version. So of any of the buildings that you can get from that list, the best is the level 2 version, and the third best is the level 1 version. I feel like I'm beating the dead horse, but it's just amazing the amount of just power creep that happens in this game. It seems like every single time they release something new, it's just completely overpowered. But then the next thing is also completely overpowered. But that's another video. So Ironclad Depot, there is no one in between them. They are first and second. Ironclad Depot level 2 is an efficiency rating of 386 and a half. It's expensive, but it is worth it. And then level 1 is 274. The only other buildings in the entirety of the game of Forge of Empires that have these high of ratings right now are the new buildings that they just released for Quantum Incursion, the Neo Bazaars, which I recently covered in my last video, or second last video. And like I said, it's crazy the amount of power that these buildings give. And the game obviously wants you to get rid of older buildings with these new, better buildings, because they want you to keep playing the game. And it's working because here I am, still playing the game. So I said it was going to be a short video. I feel like with this open format of no script or anything, I feel like I always go longer than I want to. But hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you have some coins that you have saved from the last championship that you can now spend on these new buildings. If you did spend on some of the other buildings that I suggested that you spend your coins on, that's fine too. They're all good buildings in my mind from this Guild Battleground. More powerful than most of the event buildings that we're currently getting in some of the recent events. So in any case, I'll do my end spiel now. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it very much. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe. And as always, keep on jamming.